The sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the bustling city of New Geneva. The towering skyscrapers of glass and steel reflected the vibrant colors of the sunset as people hurried home from work. In the heart of the city, a group of esteemed scientists gathered at the prestigious International Symposium of Advanced Technology. Dr. Emily Carter, a renowned biologist, adjusted her glasses as she reviewed her notes. "I can't believe we've finally made it to the symposium," she said, excitement bubbling in her voice. "Just think of all the minds we'll be able to connect with," chimed in Dr. Marcus Lee, an expert in quantum physics. "This is our chance to share our discoveries and collaborate on groundbreaking projects." "Let's hope no one tries to outshine us," joked Dr. Sarah Patel, a leading engineer specializing in renewable energy. "I'd hate to be upstaged by some alien race." They all laughed, unaware that their light-hearted banter was about to take a dark turn. Later that evening, after a series of engaging presentations, the scientists gathered at a local cafe. As they sipped their drinks, a strange humming noise filled the air. "Do you hear that?" Emily asked, looking up. "Sounds like a low-frequency engine," Marcus replied, glancing around. Suddenly, a bright light enveloped them, and a strange force lifted them off the ground. The cafe vanished as they were transported into the unknown. When the light faded, the scientists found themselves in a sterile, metallic room aboard a spaceship. Confusion and fear spread across their faces as they looked around, taking in their new surroundings. "Where are we?" Sarah gasped. Before they could process what had happened, a door slid open, and a tall, slender being entered. Its skin shimmered like opalescent scales, and its large eyes seemed to absorb every detail. "Welcome to the Darnath ship," it spoke in a melodious tone. "I am Zalor, your captor." "Captivator," Emily exclaimed. "What do you want from us?" Zalor's eyes narrowed slightly. "We have brought you here to assist us. Our civilization faces extinction, and your expertise is vital for our survival." "Why should we help you?" Marcus challenged, crossing his arms defiantly. "Because," Zalor replied, "you are our only hope. Without your knowledge, our race will perish, and the galaxy will be plunged into chaos." The scientists exchanged worried glances. It was a dilemma: help their captors and risk their freedom, or refuse and possibly doom a civilization. "What do you need us to do?" Sarah asked, her curiosity piqued. Zalor stepped closer, showing them a holographic display. "Our home planet is dying due to a catastrophic environmental collapse. We require your knowledge in biology and renewable energy to restore our ecosystem." "I can help with that," Emily said, her scientific mind already racing with possibilities. "But we need to establish some ground rules. We can't do this without our safety guaranteed." Zalor nodded. "Very well. You will be housed in our laboratory and provided with everything you need. Your safety is assured as long as you fulfill your end of the bargain." As they were escorted to the laboratory, the scientists marveled at the advanced technology surrounding them. Instruments and machines that seemed far beyond anything on Earth filled the room. "This place is incredible," Marcus exclaimed, inspecting a device that seemed to manipulate energy. "This is our biodynamic stabilizer," Zalor explained. "It is designed to enhance ecological balance." As they settled into their new roles, the scientists quickly adapted, using their expertise to devise strategies for restoring the Darnath ecosystem. Days turned into weeks, and a sense of camaraderie developed between the scientists and their captors. One evening, as they worked late into the night, Emily and Zalor found themselves deep in conversation. "Why did your species allow the environment to deteriorate?" Emily asked, curious about their history. Zalor hesitated. "We believed technology could solve all our problems. We neglected the natural balance of our world." "Sounds familiar," Emily mused, recalling Earth's struggles with climate change. "We made similar mistakes." "Perhaps we can learn from each other," Zalor suggested. "Exactly. Emily smiled. Together, we can create a sustainable model for both our worlds. As they continued to collaborate, the scientists introduced the Darnath people to eco-friendly practices and technologies, and the aliens taught them about their unique bioengineering techniques. However, not everyone was pleased with the collaboration. A faction of Darnath warriors, fearing the scientists would manipulate their culture, plotted to sabotage their efforts. One night, while the scientists were working, alarms blared throughout the ship. "Security breach in the laboratory," a voice echoed over the intercom. "Zaylor!" Sarah shouted, panic rising in her voice. "We're under attack." Zalor rushed in, panic evident on its face. "We must evacuate." Just as they turned to flee, a group of armed Darnath entered, their weapons aimed at the scientists. "You will not destroy our way of life," one of the warriors shouted. "We're trying to help," Marcus protested. "We want to save your planet, not conquer it." Tensions escalated as the scientists tried to explain their intentions. Zaylor stepped forward, placing itself between the warriors and the humans. "Enough," Zaylor declared. "These humans are not our enemies. They are our allies." "But they are outsiders," the leader of the warriors retorted. "They cannot be trusted." "Their knowledge is our only hope for survival," Zaylor insisted. "If we do not work together, we will all perish." The warriors hesitated, glancing at one another. Sensing their uncertainty, Emily seized the opportunity. "We're not here to take over your world. We're here to help you save it," she said passionately. "Let us show you what we've accomplished together." With cautious eyes, the warriors lowered their weapons. Emily and the scientists quickly showcased their progress. The new bioengineered crops, the renewable energy sources, and the models for ecological restoration. As they presented their findings, the warriors began to see the potential benefits of collaboration. "Perhaps we have underestimated you," one of the warriors admitted, lowering his weapon completely. "If you truly seek to help, then we will listen." With newfound trust, the scientists and the Darnath warriors formed an alliance, working side by side to save their worlds. Months passed, and the combined efforts of the scientists and Darnath people bore fruit. The ecosystem began to recover, and the once dying planet bloomed with life. Emily stood on a hill overlooking a lush valley, now thriving with greenery and wildlife. "We did it!" she exclaimed, a sense of pride swelling in her chest. "Indeed we have," Zaylor replied, standing beside her. "Your people have shown us the importance of balance and harmony with nature." As they celebrated their success, the atmosphere shifted from one of tension to one of unity. The humans and Darnath people forged lasting friendships, each learning from the other. With the ecosystem restored, it was time for the scientists to return home. Zalor organized a ceremony to honor their contributions. "You have saved our civilization," Zalor said, addressing the crowd of Darnath people gathered. "As a token of our gratitude, we wish to share our technology with your world, so you may avoid the same mistakes we made." "Thank you," Emily replied, tears of joy glistening in her eyes. "We'll make sure to use it wisely." As they prepared to leave, Zalor turned to the scientists. "We will always remember your bravery and kindness. You are now part of our family." Back on Earth, the scientists were greeted as heroes. They shared their experience with the world, advocating for cooperation and sustainability. In the years that followed, the alliance between humans and the Darnath people flourished, leading to advancements in technology, medicine, and environmental conservation. As Emily looked up at the stars, she smiled, knowing that they had not only saved a civilization, but had also forged a bond that would transcend the galaxy. "Here's to new beginnings," she whispered, envisioning a future filled with hope and unity.